What's up, guys? Hani from Luxury Gaming here, and today we're doing commentary over top 4 of LCS 11. I'm joined with Nesh,
Yo,
and yeah, guys, we're both gonna go ahead and commentate over this replay. I'll be commentating over Penagos, and Nesh will be commentating over Pro Yishiru. So let's hop right into it. So Penagos is going first. And you could see that Penagos opens multiple copies of Alistair. He opened 2 Alistairs, Meltdown, Aerial, El Shaddai Fusion. He starts off his turn by normal summoning Alistair. And looks like Ryan goes ahead and throws down Gamma. Unfortunately for Ryan, he opened the driver. And it looks like Penagos goes ahead and sets one and passes. Very unsure why he didn't play Meltdown to take the last Alistair out the deck, because now if he draws Alistair, it's gonna make his Meltdown dead, and on top of that, he didn't thin the deck by 1 card. So honestly, I think it was a very big misplay by Penagos by not using that Meltdown right there.
Okay, so now we go for Ryan. Ryan top deck at Oviraptor, I guess. I mean, this is Dino. You draw Oviraptor on Fossil Deck or Misk. Like, there are no other cards in the deck. He shotgunned Storm, then he Penagos Chains, El Shadow to special summon Wind, I guess. Yeah, that's what happens. Then he uses Fossil Dig. Fossil Dig grabs Animadorned, which is also very good. Animadorned pitch the Petite to grab the pill, and then Petite in a new chain to special summon presumably Oviraptor, and that's what happens, and then Oviraptor to add Misk. And I guess that's the end of this turn.
And now Penagos goes ahead and he draws Magical Meltdown. Very unfortunate, but who knows what he could have drawn if he did actually play Meltdown last turn. So either way, I think Penagos could end up actually pushing for game here, especially since Pure Rashio has no real interruption. So he goes ahead, summons Alistair, grabs Invocation, makes Verte. Yep, plays Invocation for or adds back El Shaddai Fusion, then plays Invocation for Agades. Yep. And right here, I wouldn't use Agades' effect to destroy the Oviraptor, because you really need Dragoons to pop Oviraptor to push for game. So it looks like he does use Agades, which I think is going to cost him lethal here. So yeah, let's see. Goes ahead and uses the Verte effect. Summons Dragoons. He entered battle. He attacks for 500. Attacks for 2,000. Attacks for 3,000. I think that leaves him with 2,500 life points left. And as you can see, if he didn't pop the Oviraptor, he could have used Dragoon's effect to destroy the Oviraptor, making him take 1,800 points damage, which would have left him at 700. And then during battle phase, he could actually use the Alistair on the Agades, causing this game to end. So very big misplays by Penagos, and now he is so far behind because he ends up summoning Agades over Makaba, which could just cost him here. Honestly, just a very big misplay in my opinion.
I mean, there is also a point in which Ryan could have read the fact he was gonna use the Dragon effect to pop the Oviraptor and chain to Verte the Misk to prevent destruction of his dino, so he wasn't dead on the spot, but he had no Misk
Yeah,
for the opponent turn to prevent
but
the Dragon to pop off.
yeah, but then again, he did have Dragoon's effect to negate Miscellaneousaurus, so he could have
No,
negated
I'm
Miscellaneousaurus.
saying in chain to Verte.
Oh,
Chain
yeah, Chain to Verte. Yeah, he definitely could have predicted that he was going for lethal and Chain to Verte.
to Verte Misk to protect the Oviraptor. So,
But then again, we'll literally never know, and that's the very unfortunate part about that.
Ryan, drawing Lost Word. Then Misk, okay, Oviraptor, Chainlink 1, Lost Word, Chainlink 2 Raptor, because used the Misk previously. Add Tyranno. Give him the token. Special summon Tyranno. Okay, that's game on board. So
Yep, that misplay definitely cost Penagos there. At least try to attempt to go for it, not using the Agades there. honestly is just the correct play in my opinion.
Yeah. Forcing the miskin end was obviously the correct play and could have costed Ryan the game because then Drag to negate the Oviraptor.
Yep, I agree. And now it looks like Penagos is gonna go ahead and go first. He opened El Shadal Fusion, Schism, Core, Shadal Fusion, and Windy. He can't really do anything on turn 1, but he could set the Core, the El Shadal Fusion, and the Schism and play during his opponent's turn. And I think that's what he's actually just gonna go ahead and do. Yep. So yep, he passes turn.
And now we see Ryan drawing the baby. There are 3 sets on Penagos side. I would probably start with Prosperity and then resolve Fossil Dig to see what happens. Let's see what happens actually. Okay, staying by phase. Okay, he literally telegraphed the shuttle, so you are gonna fight against a possible wind. I would still start with the Prosperity to take a card like an engine piece. So yes, because also Prosperity baits the Ash, which doesn't allow, which doesn't get on Misk, so you can actually push for damage or for to set more interruptions. Let's see what happens. I think Prosperity is the correct choice. Yeah, he does Prosperity. He banished only 3. Very interesting. I would grab in this scenario, Mystic Mine is fine. Yeah, I totally agree with Mystic Mine because in the worst scenario in which you cannot push, you have still Mystic Mine. Now he takes the Archosaur, which is also very good. Playing also against Ice Dragon Prison, then Animadorner is gonna force the Winda because of the baby. Yeah, baby chilling 1, El Shadow chilling 2 to summon the Winda. Okay. Special summon Winda, special summon Oviraptor in a new chain. Okay. Takes the El Shadow back, special summon Beast from the deck. The Wendy. Oviraptor grabs the Misk. Okay, and now finally Dark Lure can resolve. Misk. Okay, banish 2. Whoa, Chain Schism. Schism to get the second wind on the board. Okay, this is very good. Okay, now he's gonna special summon like a baby or a petite, and then crush Archosaurus and Oviraptor into Winda, and since Misk will pop the baby in end phase, you don't need to crush it, and he cannot trigger cause of Winda, so he will be locked under Mystic Mine. And we will have a very advanced game state in which Ryan, before to push for game, has to top specific cards.
Yep, and that's exactly what happens. And now Penagos is actually just gonna have to keep drawing cards until he eventually draws an out to mine. So let's see. I know he plays Cosmic, but let's see if he can get there.
Okay, we have Ryan. Ryan, to set up this OTK, he needs a second field spell, he needs an engine piece, and then he needs a blowout for face down cards, which can be a storm, which can be Feather Duster. Let's see. Okay, he got 2 engine pieces, which are Oviraptor and Misk. And now he needs only a blowout for back rows.
Penagos is just struggling to draw into any type of out. So let's see what's gonna happen here. He's just missing 1 field spell, and Penagos is just missing an out here. So he goes Terraforming for Meltdown. Plays Meltdown, grabs Alistair. That's 1 and passes turn.
Mystic Mine, I would still wait. Maybe for Lost World.
Yep. And that's exactly what he does. It looks like he's gonna wait. Draws Prosperity, passes turn. And it looks like Penagos is still struggling to draw an out. And now...
Okay, he drew the Lost World without the back row, like without the whiteboard for back rows. So it's actually now he has to think if we want to push.
And it looks like he is gonna push.
It's a very weird game state. Maybe I would have waited for Storm in this kind of scenario, but the thing is, then he has to outwin. So it's not simple. It's a very advanced game state. It's not simple to fight like your opponent having 6 cards. Possible. I mean, he has Ash for sure because he discarded Ash, so you know you are gonna fight against an Ash, and you have to at least clear that window.
And on top of
So
all of that,
Oviraptor effect. Hmm?
on top of
Top
all
of
of
all
that,
that.
Nash, the one thing I want to mention is that there's no real way for him to outwindow without using Dark Ruler, and like using Dark Ruler is gonna cause a lot of issues, especially since you can't go for game the turn you play Dark Ruler, and passing turn with your opponent with having 6 cards in hand is definitely not the play.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, makes sense. It's like I said, it's a very hard situation right now. Like he has to out the window and maybe stall another turn before pushing for game. But let's see what happens. Oviraptor. Yeah, takes Pancratops. This Pancratops has to out the window. Battle phase, sure. Okay. Okay, Oviraptor Crush, and then Pancratops. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. I would hold these Pancratops. Okay, then Link into Artemis. Shadow Fusion. Okay, this is fine. You don't need to use Pancratops here. Okay, why did you use Pancratops? You know the set is Beast, and either if your opponent has Shadow Dragon, he cannot use the effect because he's under Mystic Mine. I wouldn't use Pancratops here in this scenario. What do you think, Annie?
I agree with you. I think he was fearing Shadow Dragon, but he knows that the beast is right there. And honestly, even if he had El Shaddai Fusion, uh, he could have just waited till the activation of El Shaddai Fusion. So, yeah, I don't agree. Don't agree.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, he top decked Ash. Now I think he will try to push for game. This is a, like I said, it's a weird situation. Like you already used the double misc. He has the last misc in hand. This is like the last shot. It's an all-in. It's an all-in play right now. He has to push it now or never. So Lost Word, and then he will probably chain block the Oviraptor. Oh, never mind, actually. Whoa, he used the misc. Then we see El Shadow to summon Abkalon, and then in a new chain, Ariel to presumably banish the misc, which is actually very huge. Like, Ryan now has only one shot, and the shot, like, doesn't look good right now. Yeah, there are no cards to pop off. Like, Oviraptor effect. Send the. Oh, actually, he had another misc in the deck. Never mind. I thought he already used the 3. So this is the third misc right now. He sent the third misc in the graveyard. And on resolution, he will try to use misc, but you already know you are facing Ash in this spot, so this will probably cost him the game. Like summoning the token from Lost World, and then use Oviraptor effect on the token to special summon back the misc and at least put an interruption was kind of better, but I don't think he was winning anyways.
But the thing was, the field spell was negated, Nash, because he used Apocalone effect to negate the Lost World there.
Oh yeah, I
and
missed that part actually. I actually missed it.
yeah, so
Yeah, okay.
the Apocalone was very, very strong. Honestly, I think Penagos played that very well, especially since he got to use the aerial to banish one of the miscellaneous, leaving him with only one Misha left. Then he uses the Apocalone to negate the field spell, making his Lost World have no real effect. And yeah, he had Ash for the last miscellaneous. So honestly, Penagos played that very well. Just pretty much burned all his resources. So very, very well played, I think,
Yeah,
Penagos
there
right there.
were no ways for Ryan to win that one,
Yeah.
actually.
I, I,
That's
I think
unfortunate.
I think you were right earlier when you said he shouldn't have pushed. Maybe just wait till you draw Lightning Storm, and I think that would have won him the game.
Yeah, if it was me, because I played the deck a lot in the past without entraps, I was always waiting for a second field spell and a blowout for spell traps.
And
Uh,
one more thing, Nash. I think there was an out to Winda that he could have went for. He could have went Lightning Storm, and he could have discarded enough dinosaurs off of his Mystic Mine to summon Conductor, and then he could have used Conductor's effect to Book of Moon his Winda, and then he could have played from there. So I think there was a way for Ryan to win with Mystic Mine. I think he just went about it wrong right there.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to early push. He felt the pressure, I think. Like, it's not easy to start the games with Mystic Mine because you feel a lot of pressure of your opponent drawing a possible out of the Mystic Mine because it's all you have, and without that Mystic Mine, you are kind of dead. So he was trying to push before his opponent was drawing an out, and he thought it was enough. He didn't read the Upcalon, he didn't read the Schism to summon the Upcalon. So yeah, that's unfortunate. It could have he could have waited some more turns. Maybe could have not discarded the pot of disparity to grab a possible lightning storm and banish 6 cards from his extra deck because he doesn't really need the extra deck to push for game. Like there were a lot of things which could have done, but the thing is the game state was very complicated, and I'm not feeling well by saying you could have done this or you could have done that in that specific scenario.
Yep, I agree. All right, so yeah, it looks like Penagors is going first. Ryan just made him go first, and opening hand isn't the strongest. Uh, honestly, I think his best play here is probably just gonna go ahead and play Red Eyes Fusion because uh, once again, the only shit all monster he opened this game was Ariel, and that's just not very good. Yep. So play shit all he plays Red Eyes Fusion, summons Dragoons. That's when he passes turn.
I mean, yeah, it's basically Dragoon plus Winda in this spot, but Ryan End is insane. Like, he can just. Yeah, he's trying to bait the Dragoon right now. He's going for Fossil League to bait maybe the Ash. I don't know, but now the correct play is using Cosmic Cyclone to the set to bait a possible El Shadow. Okay, he decided to use a Misk. This doesn't change anything because this Cosmic Cyclone has to go before the Dark Ruler no more, and he does it. Okay, Cosmic Cyclone to bait the El Shadow, and then then Penagos summon Winda, and now this Dark Ruler is gonna be so insane. Whoa, Ariel actually used Ariel for Misk, and Ryan chains Gamma, and he has to negate the Gamma because otherwise Driver can out the Winda, and he has to trade the Ash for the interrupting the Gamma here. Okay, then he use Misk.
No, Miss gets
Oh,
banished off of Ariel.
no. Yeah, it's banished because of Ariel. Actually, my bad. The Ariel resolves because the Dragoon negated the Gamma, but then use Dark Ruler to negate Winda, and now we can go basically for game. Like if it's, I mean, it's not game because use the Dark Ruler, but he can put enough interruption to win the game. So yeah, Linkuribo. Then he goes for Baby. Then use Oviraptor on Baby to summon back the Baby. Then he special summon Misk. Then use Pill, banishing the Gamma. And then he summons Tyranno effect to pop the baby, sets everything. It's not a game, but it's pretty much game here. Like, yeah. Okay. In phase 2, yeah. This is game because whatever if does, it's negated, so yeah.
Yep. So Ryan takes that one against Penagors. Very, very grindy match. Very well played. Honestly, Ryan just opened 2 broken right there. I don't think there was a way for Penagors to even come close to winning that game. Dark Ruler, Gamma, Cosmic. There was plus full combo. There was just too much going on right there. They both made a couple misplays throughout the match. Game 2, Ryan could have waited to push. Game 1, Penagors could have could have definitely won if he ended up actually not using the Agades earlier in the game. Pretty much, he could have just tried to see if Ryan would have used Miscellaneous on the summon of Verte, and honestly, it all comes down to if Ryan woulda, or wouldn't have used
In the
the
Algoides
Miscellaneous.
spot, it's the like I said, the Algoides spots is a bit weird because, like I said, he could have changed the Misk to Preda Plant, but then he didn't have the Misk to protect the Dino
Yeah.
from Dragoon. I mean,
So
it's weird. I don't. I mean, I think Ryan was smart enough to change the Misk to Preda Plant, but it actually changed the game at the end.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing, you could really never know. But yep, well
Mm.
played by Ryan, and yep, Ryan will advance to the finals. Congrats to Penagos for making top four. And with that said, guys, see you in the next one.